How many of you, besides me, are a person like outside of work? Anybody else a person? Okay. Maybe even at work, you're a person, right? I think one of the things that COVID and the pandemic taught us was that we have lives outside of work, and the two impact each other, right? If something's going on outside of work, it impacts work. If something's going on at work, it impacts our personal life. And if you only use words from the get-go, you are missing the mark with over half of your team members. So we need to get beyond that. Part of it is an enculturation thing. Part of it is it's sort of easy to do. In fact, we just completed a study. I think it was, I don't know what the number is, 190,000 people were involved. And as we looked at generations and sort of did it through decades of 65 or 60 plus, 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s, every generation values time more than the prior generation. Okay? Words are still the number one, but it moves from about time being 26% to 35% for younger workers. Now, don't panic if you're an older leader, because just because a team member, especially a younger team member, has quality time as their language, doesn't mean they want time with you. Okay? You may be wonderful, you may be great, you have all kinds of wisdom, but they want to hang out with their friends and their peers. Gifts. We found that a person's primary language of appreciation is also the language they are most easily offended in. All right? It's sort of like a radio, or a TV. You can get good news, you can get bad news on it, and that's how your receptor works. Same thing with your language. It's also true that younger employees want to know that they're appreciated by their peers and their colleagues. In the old days, there was a saying, people don't leave a job, they leave a manager, a boss, right? These days, that's not so true. Younger workers, as long as they are getting along well with their colleagues, can endure you or some other manager that they don't like as much. So, some of us get into tasks or projects that are tough, and we keep hitting challenges and obstacles, and we have to work through them. And you want to encourage them to keep going. So, of those three groups, I want you to think of somebody, think of their name, their initials, and then I want you to identify for what do you want to communicate appreciation. What do you value about them? But I have a team member that's just got a delightful smile and laugh, and I love it when she's around because she just sort of lights up the office. Also, it doesn't have to be about work. You can value, let's say you have a team member that's struggling, still learning their position and responsibilities, and let's say it's Dave, and Dave is training for a half marathon. You say, Dave, man, that is so cool that you have the self-discipline to train for the marathon, half marathon. Or you have a single mother who's really committed to her kids, and you say, Marta, man, I am just so impressed with how committed you are to your kids and how much you love them. Is it about work? No. Is it about her? Absolutely. Does it create a sense of value, of connection, of loyalty? Yes.